Hello, everybody. We are now on lesson 4, step 2. And this is a pretty important one because it's called Unpack Your Assignment. So we're going to hurry up and get into this, okay? You guys need to be open on, or have your iReady writing book open to page 84, please. And now we're going to go through this together. All right, first page on 84. I'm sorry, 94. Go to page 94. On 94, I need these. It is going to show us how the narrator of the mentor text has got their assignment and they started to write their story. So this is what they're thinking. They're think aloud. So this is their example. So let's look at Philip Yee and what Philip Yee has done. But before that, let's go through and figure out what we have to do. Before we begin writing our essay, it says right there, please follow along. Before you begin writing your essay, read your assignment closely. Really? We're going to do that over and over again. Look for information that will help you plan your writing. Okay? For instance, figure out the specific parts of the task or the assignment. What are you being asked to do? What information will you need to include in your writing? Now, this is an essay assignment, okay? And I know you guys are really kind of thinking, I don't really know what that is. And that's what we're here for. That's what this is all about. So, the next couple steps, you guys will start to see how these are going to work out. And especially in step 2, when we talk about your assignment, things will become more clear. But let's move on here to the next bulleted item. It says, identify your purpose for writing. These are all the same things that we've been doing all along, okay? Identify your purpose for writing. What do you want your audience to know or understand after reading? Okay. In most literary analysis assignments, your audience is not stated. For these types of assignments, assume that your audience is your teacher and your classmates. So now, finally, I am your audience. You guys are basically writing an essay that I am going to grade. And if we're going to share, hopefully, with other students. Okay? So, this is your audience. Yay. Down below that, Philip Yee, who wrote The Wolf's Side of the Story on pages 92 to 93, was given the assignment below. He read it carefully and marked up some important details. Let's look at what he did here. So, in Philip's assignment, it says, in the book True Story of the Three Little Pigs, the narrator is the wolf who eats 2 of the 3 little pigs. As the story begins, the wolf states that he doesn't deserve his reputation as the big bad wolf. Write an essay in which you examine how this point of view influences the way the wolf describes the events in the story. Now, this is not your assignment. Keep in mind, this is Philip's assignment. We're looking at what Philip has done and his thinking after he has he's read his assignment. Okay, so that is what his assignment is, and in his essay, he has to explain why the narrator believes he doesn't deserve his reputation as the big bad wolf, and in his essay, he has to tell how the narrator's point of view influences the way he describes his 3 encounters with the pigs. I'm just reading down here, guys. And in his essay, he has to explain whether the narrator's point of view changes by the end of the story, and if so, how. That is all of Philip's assignment. Now, Philip is reading all this, and he's thinking to himself, okay, I'm over here reading again, by the way. Audience, he says, my assignment doesn't name my audience. However, I'm writing this for a class in school. So I know that my audience is my teacher and my classmates. They are familiar with my topic. Okay. Purpose. This sentence tells me I'll be examining. Okay, he's looking down here. It's pointing to this dashed area, the purpose. This sentence tells me I'll be examining the wolf's point of view. My purpose is to clearly explain to my audience how the wolf's point of view influences the way the events in the story are described. And he has put dashed lines under examine how this point of view influences the way the wolf describes the events in the story. Perfect. Now, Philip's task. He says, my task is to write an essay. Okay. The 3 bulleted points up above tell me the 3 ideas I need to cover in my essay. I think I will organize these ideas in the same order that they're listed here. I also notice the directions explain why, tell how, and explain whether. These words signal that I need to give details from the story to support each idea and then tell why I think each detail supports the idea. Does that sound familiar? Giving details and then supporting those details with facts and more details. Okay. So, those 3 bulleted points, that's what he was talking about there in his essay. Now, here we go, guys. On the next page, it says in that familiar kind of tan-colored and red outline box, it says, your assignment. This is your assignment. This is what you need to keep referring to when we go to write that final paper, when we are gathering the information to write that final paper, when we are researching, when we're getting everything. You need to keep referring to this, your assignment, because again, this is your assignment. This is what you're getting graded on, okay? So, let's read this together. In the story, The Girl with the Rainbow Skin, the narrator is Teleote. I hope I'm saying that right. A type of advanced human. As the story begins, she believes herself to be better than normal humans. Read the story and write an essay examining how the narrator's point of view influences the way she reacts to the humans she meets. In your essay, the 3 bulleted points for you to include in your essay are, the first one says, explain how Teleote views herself. I wonder if I'm saying that right. Teleote? You guys say it however you want to, okay? Explain how the Teleote views herself. Tell how the Teleote's point of view influences the way she describes her 3 encounters with humans. Explain whether the Teleote's point of view changes by the end of the story, and if so, how. So, I really want to look at something real quick here. All right, back to this. Sorry. I'm looking. I don't know how to say her name. I've been wondering that for like a year now. Anyhow. Okay, your assignment. Back to this. Number 1, the purpose. Think back, so far back on the other page, and how did Philip Yee go about thinking about his assignment? And that's what we have to do here. So our purpose in number 1 is the purpose. We have to think about our purpose. What is our purpose for writing? Draw a dashed line beneath the details that tell what you will examine in your writing. So draw a dashed line beneath the details that tell you what you will examine in your writing. Then describe in your own words your purpose for writing. The hint over there says, what will your topic be? So if we're looking up through here in our assignment and we're trying to figure out the details that tell what I'm going to examine in my writing, and it says right there, As the story begins, she believes herself to be better than normal humans. Read the story and write an essay. Right there. Examining how the narrator's point of view influences the way she reacts to the human she meets. Dash, 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 dash. Right there it is. That needs to be dashed, underlined. Examining how the narrator's point of view influences the way she reacts to the humans she meets. So this is what our essay is about. That's a very important line right there, okay, guys? Now, in your own words, I want you to describe your purpose for writing now. So, I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to let you guys do number one on your own, because these are your words. So, in the story, The Girl with the Rainbow Skin, the narrator is Teleote, a type of advanced human. As the story begins, she believes herself to be better than normal humans. Read the story and write an essay examining how the narrator's point of view, Teleote is the narrator, influences the way she reacts to the humans she meets. So just like the big bad wolf, he had a whole different point of view, and it kind of that affected the way he interacted with other people, especially little pigs. So you are going to examine how this narrator, this type of advanced human, how their point of view influences the way they react with the humans that she meets. Now, you put that in your own words, what is your purpose for writing? I think I suggest you hit pause and then figure that out. And then I'm going to go on to number 2. 2 says task. What is our task? What are we supposed to be doing? Circle the type of writing you will do, then underline the 3 ideas you need to cover in your writing. So, circle the type of writing. What type of writing are we doing? What is this whole lesson for? What? It's an essay. So, see right there in the middle in bold letters where it says in your essay, you are to circle the word essay because that is the type of writing we are doing. Now, underline the 3 ideas you need to cover in your writing. Where does it list 3 things right there? I'm going to let you figure that out. The hint. Read the hint. Each bulleted item begins with a verb. What information follows each verb? Explain, tell, explain. Ooh, I've given it away. Number 3, task. The 3rd bulleted item contains 2 steps. Describe both steps below. The 3rd bulleted item says, explain whether the Teleote's point of view changes by the end of the story. And if so, how? So, I want you to really think about that. The hint says the words whether and if give a clue that 2 options are possible for this part of the task. And it says explain whether the Teleote's point of view changes by the end of the story. And if so, how? Will their point of view change? Will it stay the same? If it does change, you kind of got to explain how it does change. That is basically your answer. I want you guys to put that in your own words for number 3. And that does it for your assignment for this moment. Probably when we do the next step, we're going to review your assignment. And then the step after that, we're probably going to review your assignment because that's just so important, guys. All right? All right. See ya.